How's everything going, Profit from Adversity students? How's everything going, Ambitious Trading students? It's Jeremiah back at it again. About to make a quick video on how we back test the markets when, say, for instance, you had a successful trade, or you're trying to figure out why you took a loss, or even if you're just back testing, trying to see, just develop your craft and your skill set with trading. So with me, how I usually begin to do my back test, or even just find out where I'm at in the market, I always see where I'm at from my higher time frame indecision levels. And my indecision levels are like my levels of support and resistance. So as you guys can see, my black levels of indecision are my levels of monthly indecision, and my purple are my weekly. So looking at the chart right now, you see I have a trend line drawn out, which is from point A to point B. Put that right there. I have my point A to point B trend line. And with this trend line, the reason I put it at this specific point is because from drawing it to point A to point B, I understand that the market is at a high point to a lower high point. So it's showing me my overall direction and my trend. And as you guys can see, the market came up and respected that point. So looking at where price currently is, you guys can see that we are at a monthly level of support. So with me being at this monthly level of support, you got to keep that in mind. Understand your overall momentum from the higher time frame. So you can see my momentum from this higher time frame is red over blue. So I have overall sellers in control of the market. Dropping down to my weekly time frame. One thing that I major on is time frame correlation, and the reason I'm big on time frame correlation is because understanding trading is like a big puzzle. If you understand where you're at from the monthly, weekly, daily, you can be able to analyze and break the market down on your 4 hour, 1 hour, and your lower time frames. So as you guys can see, as I mentioned from my monthly time frame, we're in an overall seller's market. You can see I drew another trend line from point A, which is right here, to point B, because I'm having a trend line that's being respected in some form or some way. So I'm gonna draw out another box so you guys can understand why I'm putting this right here. Drew a trend line. I'm gonna change the color because it's a weekly. I have my point A, and I draw my trend lines from wick to wick, wick to wick, bearish to bearish, bullish to bullish. As you guys can see, I put it from wick to wick, and that's my point A, point B trend line. Let it run down. So paying attention to where I'm currently at in the market, I see on my weekly time frame, the market came down to this level, monthly level of support, and we got a bounce. We got some minor rejection. So looking at this weekly time frame, I see we have red over blue. We have overall sellers in control of the market. So using time frame correlation, I understand, my overall momentum of the market, which is sellers in control. So what I'm going to do now is drop back down to another time frame lower. So as you guys can see, I have this drawn out as a lower high point. So what I usually do is with individuals who are new to trading, I highly suggest you mark up your charts and mark up where you're at in the market. So I have a higher low point, a lower high point right here. And the reason I say it's a lower high because I have a lower high, lower high, lower high. This is a lower high point right here. And the reason I'm marking this off for you so y'all can understand and know where I'm at in the market and why I'm gonna do the things that I'm doing in this current market. So I have a lower high point right there, and I have a lower high point right there. So as you guys can see, we're in overall seller's momentum. And what I'm paying attention to is this monthly indecision level. As you guys can see, we had some type of double bottom pattern. And at this double bottom pattern, I had rejection from this monthly level of support 2 times. So look at this. And also with the following of that rejection, I got a bullish engulfing pattern. So a double bottom is when basically the market tries to come down to a level of support, or a double bottom is the level of support, a double top is level of resistance. The market tried to come down to this level of support, Price was rejected. We pushed up and we tried to come back down again, and price was also rejected again. So that is my double bottom pattern. We got one touch, two touch. But the reason I'm going to take action on this double bottom pattern is because I see a bullish engulfing. And with me seeing a bullish engulfing pattern, that indicates now buyers are in control or of the market, or buyers have stepped inside of the market. So with me marking this level off right here, understand that I'm going to drop to my lower time frame, and I want to break this down as best as possible. So going down to my 4-hour time frame, as you guys can see, let me see, this lower high point right here, that's a lower high point on my daily time frame. But on my 4-hour time frame, you guys can see that I have another lower high point at this point right here, and I have another lower high point at this point right here. So with being at this point, I'm going to take this box off, but we understand that the reason this box was drawn because I have a bullish engulfing pattern at a key level of support. So as you guys know, you buy high and you sell low. So with me being at a low point in the market and seeing how price is being rejected, I want to go to my lower time frame to see what price is looking like on my lower time frame. So as you guys can see, the reason I put this line right here, I'm going to erase that. I'm going to put a random line, and my random lines are drawn off of basically my median of my wicks that have been touched multiple times in some point. So right, start a little lower. We got to touch. We got to touch right here, right here. Look over here to my left. We got to touch over here. And it doesn't always have to be perfect, as long as you understand where you're at. We got to touch right here, right here, right here. Touch right here. Price was rejected. And as you can see on that bullish engulfing pattern, we have 1, 2. Once we had this 1, 2, these two bullish candles, structure was broken. Well, structure wasn't broken, but this level of resistance, this lower high point, was now broken. So now that I'm seeing that structure was broken, what I'm gonna do is let the market push up, keep going. I'm not taking any, I'm not trying to jump in the market as soon as I see, okay, I have a break. No, I have to wait for a recheck or some type of retrace in order for me to even try to take the market back up to the upside. So with me seeing this bullish candle, most traders, they want to automatically take entry. They want to take entry right here or take entry right here to try and go up, not knowing that how us students that I teach, my students, profit from adversity and ambitious trading, we wait on a retrace, some type of retrace. And we don't consider 23.6 as a retrace. We consider anything past the 38.2 a valid retrace. So what I'm going to do now is pull my fibs out. And the reason I have this red box drawn out is because this red box right here is my higher high point. I have a higher high point on my 4-hour time frame. So at this higher high point, I know once the market forms a higher high, I have to do what? I have to wait for a higher low point. So as you can see, I pulled my Fibonacci out from point A to point B, from my low to high, bullish to bullish, to get this retrace of the market, to see what's going on. So understanding that I'm at a retrace at this level of support, what I can do now is adjust my random line to put it probably about right here. And as you guys can see, or even I could pull it up just a little bit more to adjust it. The market, this is confluence right here. So with this being confluence, this is basically multiple confirmations in one area in order to try to find some type of, momentum or push in a certain direction where your bias is. So I have confluence in this area. So as I have confluence, what I'm waiting on is some type of basically bullish variation or bullish formation, saying that buyers want to step in the market. So I already have confirmations that, from my daily time frame, I have a double bottom, a bullish engulfing. Now that I dropped to my 4-hour time frame, I have a break of my lower high point. I'm at a new higher high, at a higher low point, at a 38.2 retracement. So now I drop to my 1-hour time frame to see, just get a little bit more confirmation to see what's going on before I was to take any type of entry. So as you guys can see, the market, what it did was I put my fibs from point A to point B. We got like a minus 23.6 retracement right here. Minus 23 point. Dude, that one didn't even come down to 23.6. But we had to wait on, that actual retrace, which is right here. We had to wait on this retrace in order to even try to take the market back up to the upside. So with patience is a major thing with trading. Having patience and breaking down the time frames, breaking down the market on these lower time frames, it matters. So what I'm going to do now is I see the market is forming like a lower high point, lower low, lower high point, because I understand on a lower time frame, this is like a downtrend. So what I'm going to do now is I see it's forming a lower high, lower low, lower high, and this may be like some type of lower high. But looking at my bullish, looking at my 1 hour time frame, seeing this bullish candle, and I see after this bullish candle, I got a momentum shift. What I'm paying attention to now is I'm going to draw this bearish candle, draw a line right here at this bearish candle. So at that bearish candle, what I'm going to do now is drop to my lower time frame. And the reason I'm putting it at this bearish candle is because right here, this is a big variation. And the reason I say this is a big variation is because this bullish candle closed above this previous bearish candle, and we have a cross of momentum right here at this point. So what I'm doing now is dropping to my 30-minute time frame. 30-minute, 15, and 5-minute are my entry time frames. I don't take entries on hour time frame, 4-hour time frames. I have to be on a lower time frame in order to get confirmation to take the market up to the upside. So now I see that on my M30 time frame, this minor level of resistance, it was broken. I got a break, some type of retest, and some type of push to the upside. So what I want to do is go back to my my 1 hour time frame and see where did I actually get that momentum cross. I'm gonna mark that off so I understand where the market is at. So I got my momentum crossed at this point right here. So what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to take entry unless I have that momentum cross telling me that buyers are now in control. And with me, it's just an extra confirmation. So with me having that cross right here, I have this break, retest, boom. I have a bullish candle right here at this point. So entry could have been at this break, retest, bullish candle right here, or I could have taken entry off this bullish engulfing pattern. Entry could have been off that bullish engulfing pattern. Or, if you missed this setup, you could have just waited it out. And as you can see right here, you had another bullish variation saying that, overall sellers are now in control of the market. So you could have taken an entry at the close of this candle. You might have gotten entry would have been at, 112.16. You would have probably went into, a few pips drawdown, but it wasn't anything major. Stop losses wouldn't have got hit, or even if you would have took profit right here at 122.06, I mean, you would have had probably not even too much minor drawdown in order for you to take the market up to the upside. So how I usually base my projection and my stop losses are off of my my fibs. So pulling my fibs from point A to point B to try and get like this 23.6 measurement or this 38.2 measurement, I'm putting my stop loss at my 110%. So with my stop loss being at my 110%, I'm going to my higher time frame, which would be my 4-hour time frame or my 1 hour time frame, to base my projection off of these higher time frames. So as you can see, I'm gonna pull my fibs from point A to point B in order to get my negative 27% projection, which will be my first take profit area, or going to my daily time frame to get an bigger view, which will either be like my negative 27, 26, 21 point, well, my negative 61% fibs projection. My bad, guys. I got a little tongue tied. And also at this negative 20, at this negative 61% retracement, you're also at like a weekly level of resistance. So I'm most definitely expecting the market to push up. But this is just a quick video on how I backtest my my pairs. And if I take a loss, I backtest my losses. I backtest my wins. Backtesting is a major key because it will help you be able to grow and be able to understand why you took certain losses or why you took certain wins, so you can continue to grow in the future and continue to be prosperous for your future. So basically what I just showed you guys is top-down analysis. I showed you how to use top-down analysis. I showed you how to understand these indecision levels, how to use these indecision levels, which are support and resistance levels, to y'all's advantage. I showed you guys candlestick analysis. I showed you Fibonacci retracement, how to base your stop loss and your take profit off of your fibs. And I mean, that was just a quick backtest video on how I backtest my videos. I hope it helped you guys, and I hope you guys can be able to grow and then, like I say, be prosperous off of what I'm showing you. So I thank y'all. I ask may y'all like and subscribe, share my video, share it to with y'all's groups, and appreciate you guys. If you guys want me to drop any content, drop it in the comment section, or if you're in the Profit from Adversity or Ambitious Trading group channel, drop that information also. I appreciate you guys. Peace.